And good afternoon, good evening, good morning, Jason. Over here at Signature Esports with the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series, SETV Dover 200. I am joined in the broadcast booth by none other than Mason Flippin. Mason, how are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. How are you doing today, Jason?
Oh, absolutely wonderful. We appreciate all of the shares and all of the fun out there. Flow Grown Lane, thank you for the new follow out there. Philip, of course, if you know who that is F It, Let's Have a Beer on Facebook. Joanne Byrne out of New Zealand, appreciate you very much out there. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in live every Thursday evening for the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series iRacing Extravaganza. They're going to run 200 laps, and our current points leader, Lawson Peel, the number 25, is looking for win number 3 as we get things going here in just a moment. Of course, and always, we like to start everything. Thank you very much, Joanne. It's good to see you out there. A little tradition that we have here for the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series is to play our national anthem. So stand by. We'll be back with you in just a little bit. Back to it once again. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. About 2 minutes and 40 seconds left of practice. The field is set according to the qualifying rounds that we did yesterday. 2 qualifying rounds. Mario Miranda is going to be your pole sitter, the number 99. Currently, the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series points leader, the number 25 of Lawson Peel out there. Mr. Mason, tell us a little bit about what's going on with the number 25.
So, someone to definitely watch tonight is going to be Mr. Lawson Peel. As you can tell, he is our points leader at this time. He's going to have 246 points, and he's definitely not one to shy away from wins. He has 2 wins already on this season. He's led only 70 laps, but in a dominating fashion. He's finished with 4 top 5s and 5 top 10s on the season so far. So, strong early start for Lawson.
Great start for Lawson Peel, and of course, Mario Miranda. This is his 3rd pole of the season. I believe he's currently 2nd in points, and he's going to have a great start out there in the front row. And right outside of him, Joe Sanchez, and no stranger to front row action as well. Brian Wirtz out there. Brian Wirtz, a favorite to place in our top 5 here at the virtual Dover track. Take a look about a little bit of the race info. The SETV Dover, SETV, of course, on Roku. Signature Esports TV, uploading all of our past broadcasts week by week to a Roku device. Go to your favorite Roku enabled device or compatible device and search Signature Esports out there. We are not capable yet of SETV live on Roku, but we will be here very shortly. The more sponsors we get, the more focus we get, the better off we are, of course, and always. SETV Dover 200, 1 mile. This is the Monster Mile. no fast fixes, 65% fuel. They have the Toyota Camry, the Ford Mustang, and the Chevy Camaro ZL1 with 5 sets of tires total. So they've got 4 tire changes in the set that they start off in right there. So 70-degree air temperature, 55% humidity, partly cloudy skies, and a wind direction out of the north at 2 miles an hour. Virtually, of course, that is the biggest standing thus far. Things are about to switch over. We're going to go over the starting order. Michael Hill, it's good to see you out there. Thank you very much. Aiden Hill getting some shout-outs from Michael Hill. Darlene Hanchett out there on YouTube. Appreciate you very much. Take a flick at eSports on, of course, Twitch. And Jesse Satterfield cheering on the number 88. Drinking Bros Racing getting a big boost. Drinking Bros Racing is a broadcast sponsor of the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series and all of Signature Esports. As the pace car lines them up, we're going to go over the starting order right here. Carbon Sim Racing 1-2 says Sean Conklin out there on Twitch. SETV Dover 200 starting order looks like this. Mario Miranda is going to have his next pole right there. He's going to start on the inside of Joe Sanchez at number 25. Brian Wirtz, the man out there, the number 82 Dark Horse Racing Machine. He's going to start inside of Lawson Peel, the current SECS points leader. Zach Rinker, Jesse Priest. That's going to make up row 3. Sean Conklin and Wayne Lowe, row 4. Mr. Mason, go ahead, and I'm going to let you do a few as well, buddy.
Awesome. So starting off in P7 is going to be Sean Conklin. He's a strong competitor from the Carbon Sim Racing team. And then starting on his outside is going to be Wayne Lowe from Pennsylvania. And then starting in P9 is going to be Matt Jorgensen from Dinkin Fleeka Racing. And then we're going to have Brandon Banks. He's part of Rowdy Motorsports. And then Dan Fowley from Canada representing up north. And rounding off our top 12 is going to be Eddie Hawks from Hawks Simworks. Is a strong competitor as well, not afraid to lead some laps. It's going to be rounding out your top 12 here.
Moving on, Chris Roberge, another Canadian driver out there from Protege Racing. Shane Wyatt is going to be starting on the outside of him. Aiden Hill, Eric Schaefer. That's going to make up row number 8 for you. Tony Kivett and Michael Woolley, the man, the myth, the legend. Mr. Midwest Maniac himself out there. And going back 10 rows, Ken MacArthur and Dylan Hastings. We're going to get things underway. The pace car is off. There's a look at the rest of the field for you as we get ready to get things underway. Brought to you by Drake of Rose Racing, 46branding.com. And all of you out there, we appreciate each and every one of you. Judy out there, go Shane Wyatt. They're waiting for the green flag to drop right here. Fred the Flagman says, let's go! Racing at the Monster Mile. Green, green, green all the way through. Cautions are automatic. 200 laps to go. Lap 1 being completed under green flag conditions. They are quick to settle in. A little bit of wall scrape from the 99 of Mario Moreno as they come around turn 3 into turn 4.
Yeah, Mario got a good jump there off the start. He got a little loose coming out of 2 there, but he's got a good run going right now.
Mario Miranda learning from one of the best, and that's right behind him. The guy that knows this track the best, to the number 82 of Brian Wirtz. He's been helping to train him and get him calmed down and teach him a little bit about tire wear. Now you see those two running 1-2 as they come around to complete lap 2 under green flag conditions.
Mario's actually paying tribute to Brian's brother. That is the scheme that Brian's brother used to run back in the day. Very beautiful scheme there.
Michael Wirtz finished 1-2 with Brian Wirtz about 5 years ago. That's what I saw out there. Thank you for all the new follows out there. Thank you for all the shares. We appreciate all of that. I think you guys broke my stream because my view count is maxed. That's what it's telling me. So keep sharing it out there. Start those watch parties. Get everybody in there. We appreciate, of course, Facebook.com /FILHAB or F it. Let's have a beer out there sharing everything out for us. Joanne Byrne. Go follow what she does. 3.8 million followers and growing. She is absolutely one of the most amazing people that you could ever hear about. And, of course, she supports one of the most famous Australians in the market on iRacing. And that man right there, the terrible Kim, number 69 of Daryl Patchett, he is out there running great laps right behind Michael Newbrow in the number 56, Daryl Patchett. Kim Patchett, his wife, owns the Terrell by Kim. Go and check that out, terrellbykim.com.au. Australian native, of course, and always. Running through the field, another guy out there that we like to see, the Zero Gatorade car of the number 14, Jake Alrod, Oceanside OCR Cleaners, running strong up front. Brian Wirtz going for the lead. We saw it coming. He is on the inside of Mario Miranda. Lap traffic about to be contended with. He's got Brian Warner as Wirtz was trying to take it to the inside of Mario Miranda. Mario gets a better run off of the backstretch into the front stretch. He's going to lead another lap right here. Lap 8 running green.
And Brian's not getting help from the back. He almost had a run coming behind him, but I couldn't tell who it was running P3 there, but they got the wall coming out of 3, and that just kind of ruined their run they had going there. Well, lap car's going to get into the wall right there in front of the 2 leaders.
Brian Warner up into the wall right there, trying to stay out of everybody's way. Doing a great job. He's content to go a lap down. He is fine with it. He just wants to run a clean race. He's qualified. He's tried to qualify for every single race, and he's made it into the last 2. Definitely somebody that is learning iRacing as they go. Lap 10 being completed, about to be started under green flag conditions as the 99 still leads. He has led every lap thus far. Somebody to look out for, the youngest racer in iRacing right now that we have, Mr. Sean Conklin, Carbon Sim Racing, number 54. He's doing a great job. His newly formed team with Aiden Hill is they're doing a pretty good job of learning each other's trade. But this kid, where's he at in points? Because I believe he's up there, and I know he's in the top 16.
Yep, he is going to be sitting number...
As you see, Sean Conklin continuing to get things working in his favor, trying to stay in the draft. Joe Sanchez, at number 55. Machine has Zach Rinker right behind him as well. The top 5 close within hand, all within 2 seconds of each other, because the next car back, Mr. Wayne Lowe, the number 34, he is right there as well. We have taken on some people that have applied to be broadcasters over here, and Mason Flippin, we call this his tryout. We kind of threw him to the wolves, and we want to make sure that we give him a little bit of opportunity to get some exposure. Tell me about the number 54, it looks like he's about to get passed.
Yeah, so number 54, he is currently sitting in P10 in the points. He is not running too shabby right now, but he is kind of losing speed. He's gotten in the wall a couple times tonight. He's only sitting 92 behind the leader, Lawson Peel, in points. So if he has a good race tonight, he could catapult himself way up in these points.
Speaking of Lawson Peel, there he is. The number 25 has lost a few spots from his starting position at 4th. He is currently sitting in 7th, but he is chasing the 34 of Wayne Lowe right behind him. Sean Conklin looked like he was bouncing off the wall a little bit there. He lost a little bit of ground to the 55 into the 60, so he moved back from 3rd to 5th. Mario Miranda still out front. There is Brian Wirtz getting some shout-outs out there from Dinkin Flicka Esports. Tiffany out there saying, let's go Shane Wyatt. Speaking of Shane Wyatt, we want to make sure we talk about that guy right there. Lap 16 being completed under green flag conditions.
Yep.
Shane Wyatt started. Oh, caution comes out right here. Looks like Daryl Patchett was trying to get into the wall, or got into the wall right there. It was trying to get out of pit lane. Caution's going to come out right there. Shane Wyatt, part of KSDT CPA. Next week, we're going to be at Darlington with a KSDT CPA 200 over there. So another short track, back-to-back short tracks before we head to Talladega in 2 weeks. Appreciate everybody out there being all about what we've got going on. We did take some time off because yours truly had a little bit of that thing that we don't like to talk about, so we don't get flagged. But yeah, it was definitely a fun night. Let's take a look at what happened right here with Daryl Patchett. looks like somebody got up into him. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Poor Daryl, his night seemingly to be over. I believe that was the 86. He bounced off the wall, and Daryl was going for a pass on the inside. And my man, Daryl.
You have to hate to see that for Daryl. He was racing so clean, and I've been watching him, and then I appreciate him, and I know a lot of other racers appreciate him holding it down there on the bottom of the track. That could have turned into a wreck fest right there. It gets so narrow coming out of turn 4. But it's just an unfortunate ending to the night for Daryl.
Definitely a hard start, but he can. It is a long race. He can try to get that thing fixed and get it back out there to run some laps. He's gonna, if we don't want him to just give up.
He's a strong competitor. I'm sure he can work his way back. It's a long night. There's lots of passing opportunities, lots of green flag pit stops. There's plenty of strategy that can come into this. He's not out yet.
Brad Lalibert out there, I appreciate you. No bouncing around, says David Bulk. This is iRacing is what this is. Go 69 all the way, says Brad. We were trying to make sure that he got an opportunity. Free pass car. That's going to be your lucky dog.
That's going to be a good break for him as well. It's so early on in the race. He can now focus on just staying with the pack instead of trying to catch that lap back up before the end of the race. Real pressure off there for him.
Absolutely fantastic run so far. Your lucky dog right there is going to be Brian Warner, Lebanon, Missouri native. Not too far from me. Brought to you by Six Rings Racing. That is your lucky dog.
Just trying to tell. I couldn't focus on who that was exactly, but somebody got very lucky coming out of the pits there. We almost had a lap down because of the pace car getting back around. Close call, trying to get those last minute repairs in.
The more repairs that you can get, the better off it goes. Joseph Miranda, another pole for the Miranda. The 99 cheered him out there. Bouncing around is hard if you're in the 69's position. Too funny, too funny, too funny. Make sure you got these. You got this game out there. If you've got iRacing, be a part of it. Keep chatting it up and get those shares going. Start those watch parties on Facebook. If you're out there, go to YouTube. Signature Esports on YouTube. And give us a like and follow out there. If you're on Twitch, twitch.tv/Signature Esports. That is where we're located right there. Pace car leading them around. It's got to be five of the shortest pace car laps that you're going to see.
Yeah, not much is going to rival it. Maybe Bristol, but it's pretty short laps here for him. Saving a lot of gas.
Joanne Burns says Daryl has this. He'll be back. Absolutely. Joseph Morales out there doing great on your first night. You're getting some shout outs out there. Joseph Morales talking good about you, Mason. Doing a great job out there. Rolando, let's go Shane. Team Shelby Park out there as well. Team Shelby Park. You got Shelby Park Motorsports out there. And then KSDT CPA. That's another affiliate of the Shane we call him the Shane-O-Matic. Shane Wyatt was collected in there. He is sitting on pit road trying to get repaired as well. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go back to green flag racing if you guys know it. Joanne just joined Twitch and you feel like a gamer now. I tell you what, you keep putting your videos out there. You might put some of your videos on Twitch. You probably have a great little thing. Yes, 5 laps is the standard for iRacing in the oval circuit in NASCAR. Pace car is off though, and Fred is up atop the flag stand, and you're going to wait for these guys to go accelerate through the gears. They're going to have fun. Where the flagman says, green, 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 we are off again. Off like a prom dress and back in it. They're rolling through the gears. The 99 and the 82 get a great run, and now here we are. That's okay.
Mario had a fantastic jump off the start there again. Brian tried to get to his inside and just side drafted him the slightest bit, but Mario just could not let him get it. He jumped out to a start.
Well, I tell you what, Joanne, if you're out there, your Twitch channel can be whatever you want. I know that you say a lot of naughty things out there, but that's all right. There is no discrimination out there on Twitch. Make sure that you do it, and you'll probably have a great following there. There's just certain things that I don't repeat. That's the only thing it is. That's why I call your channel the F It, Let's Have a Beer, and not the other word. Mario Miranda, a great run. Lap 23 being completed under green flag conditions. 23 of 200. They're coming around turn 2 onto the backstretch. You see that long run under the tunnels. Allied is the key. Joe Sanchez trying to apply the pressure to Brian Wirtz right behind him. Joe Sanchez has a great run. He started P2 on the outside pole position, but he is trying to catch the 82 of Wirtz. It is
really working back there.
It is a great restart. Joanne, you do a great job, and if you ever need any help, you just let me know. Absolutely. Little back action right there. It looks like the 25 of Lawson Peels worked himself back up into 5th place, trying to go underneath the 54 of Sean Conklin, and is going to do so very, very smoothly. What a great restart right here. Whole different situation compared to here to Bristol. Bristol was kind of a hot mess, and now we are looking at it. The lead in between the Mario and Brian Wirtz, 7/10 of a second.
Yeah. That battle was going really strong for a couple laps there between Sean Conklin and Lawson. Lawson just got to the inside off that turn, and I don't think Sean wanted to battle it. He knows this is a long race, and he can get that position back eventually. No point in wasting your equipment right now.
Definitely want to make sure that you get the run, and I'm not sure. I'm going to take a look at the pit cycle. Nobody's pitted just yet, so all of these guys are in the same pit cycle. Low line's going to hold up like good old Joseph Morales out there. Low line's holding up. We do have 65% fuel in these cars, so what does happen is that ultimately these cars are going to go a little bit longer on that lower line, and we make them pit for fuel just a little bit longer because we're not running the full lap count. That's where these guys have to use fuel strategy as a key. So it makes it seem like it's a little bit longer. Brian Wirtz the tag in the wall right there just a little bit. So some contact to try to be avoided.
I'll tell you what, Lawson Peels is wasting no time getting from the back to the front here. He's going to go ahead and work on another position here with Joe Sanchez. He's going to go ahead and confirm that pass coming out of turn 2 there.
Definitely a great situation for the 25. If he's got the 82 in his sights right there in front of him. Lawson Peel has led, like you said, 70 laps in the signature eNASCAR Cup Series, and he's trying to make all of these ones count.
No doubt. And then Mario Miranda, he's just out running his own race. He's not worried about anything. He's got them in the rear view and looking for those lap cars eventually.
The man himself, Mr. Michael Woolley, driving a 13 Uno car. He has moved himself up. Currently the biggest mover of the race next to Josh Klinger. He is up 12 spots from 18th to 6th right now. So he is on a tear. He pitted on lap 17. I'm not sure if he went for fuel or went for tires, but he's going to try to make this strategy run. 50 laps is what they're going to have to run on these tires to make them work for them. Mario Miranda, you see him out front. The gap ever growing, 1.05 seconds between he and Brian Wirtz.
You aren't kidding. Mr. Michael Woolley himself is not wasting any time, any friends. He's not making any friends. He's already worked his way. He's working on P3 right now. I think he's going to go ahead and confirm the pass right here if he gets low enough. And he is. He's going to move from P4 to P3, taking on Lawson Peel. He's already got to run on Mr. Wirtz running out of this corner. He might be able to catch him in one if he's fast enough.
Michael Woolley on fresh tires. He's going to make that low line pass on his Dark Horse Racing teammate. There he goes up the track. He is going to get there and try to make a run on Mario Miranda. Fresh tires is going to be key. Clean air, I agree. The groove does work the same. Michael Hill asking great questions out there. I will answer everything that I can and I have the knowledge for. Michael Woolley looking to make a pass. The 99 right there. Lap traffic about to be contended with. There's the 28. Right in front of the race leaders. He's going to stay high. There is Brian Warner. He's got Michael Woolley and the 99. And Michael Woolley's going to make a pass on the inside. He dives into it. Fresh tires making a key. The lines do work the same in NASCAR. Tire wear is the same. Marble selection is going to be the ultimate goal as well. Michael Willie has those fresh tires, and he's going to start to drive away as his lap time is about 1.4 seconds faster than Mario Miranda at the current moment. So we're going to see his tires wear a little bit faster, and that relative is going to be right out there. But that is what is going to be happening. Still proud of him regardless. He is doing a great job. Mario is looking very great. NASCAR Nathan out there. The only thing that can hurt Michael Woolley right now is a caution. And we're gonna knock on a whole bunch of wood that doesn't happen. There is the Uno card, the number 13 of Michael Woolley, running his race line all the way down and doing a great job. The gap between he and Mario Miranda after he passed him 2 laps ago is now 1.8 seconds and ever growing.
Yeah, Woolley wasted no time making his way from the back to the front there, and he's really coming out in dominating fashion. We thought Mario was going to lead several laps here, but I mean, he really just showed everyone that those fresh tires are going to be where it's at tonight. But the real question about what's going to be going on the rest of this race is, how long do you wait to take those new tires? You got 200 laps, and we're approaching lap 20, I believe. So you got a long time to stretch. I believe it's 5 sets of tires. It's going to have to wait a while.
50 laps is the goal. Daryl Patchett says, shout out to your main sponsors, Terrell by Kim, kim.com.au, and hashtag FILHAB. He will get back out there. He absolutely will get back out there. Michael Woolley out front. His time, 2.22 seconds over Mario Miranda. And that's going to be ever growing as they continue to roll forward. Lap 40 being completed under green flag conditions, as you see it right there. Shane will get back out there. Daryl says he's going to get back out there as well. He's going to get that car fixed. And you're going to see things start to stretch themselves out. Let's go back. We're going to take a look. Zach Rinker, Joe Sanchez, Lawson Peel. These guys are really making it work. And they are settling in very nicely. We've got to look at a couple. There he is, Mr. Michael Newbrow, the number 56, Drinking Bros Racing. He is all about it. They're congested like none other. As you see, Eric Schaefer right behind him, the big Schaefer. He is there as well. Good job, Daryl. Way to stay in it. Always doing a great job. Mr. Daryl Padgett's my favorite Australian, and always doing a great job of being here. Someone that's back in the mix. It's good to see him back out there. Grantley Williams, number 6. He is there to run his laps. Good little stint going on, I believe. If you see anything, you make sure you shout it out. But Jesse Priest, he is on a move.
He is. He is working his way, not making any time wasted.
The number 33 caution is going to come out. Brian Warner Jr. up into the wall. He is turned around. He's got to hold his brakes down there. And that might be some bad news for Mr. Michael Woolley, who just led a few laps. But his strategy is a little bit different than everybody else's.
Yeah. Woolley could be upset right now, but at the same time, he's going to have to think about it like this. He may lose positions at the start here, but he has those. Once these guys go into pit right here, he's going to have the older tires. He's going to drop some spots here at the start. Once everyone else's tires start wearing down, he's going to be able to go back in. Oh, he's going to go ahead and commit here in the pits.
Michael Woolley, I was going to say, is he going to take tires? That's going to be the big thing. You watch him. You let me know if he takes tires, because that's where it's going to be important in this long stretch. A little look at, there he is, Mr. Austin Harger himself, Bulldog Sports Cards and Collectibles. He is right there. He's going to pull in. He's one of our sponsors for the broadcast and for Signature eNASCAR Cup Series. Make sure you go check his stuff out on eBay, Amazon, and, of course, on Facebook. Go give his page a like and share. Congested is pit road as they're going to get things going, and he is a part of Team Race Pass Motorsports. Dominic Lee out there giving a good shout-out for that team.
Wooly's not going to waste any time. He did go ahead and take 2 right side tires and some Sunoco fuel, and he's going to go ahead and get back out on the track and hold his high position here.
Now their tires are 5 sets, so that's where it's going to make all the difference. If his inside tires didn't wear as hard as they probably could have, then that's where it's going to make all the difference. Brian Wirtz is going to be there as well. Looks like Joe Sanchez is going to beat. Just trying to check and see. Looks like Mr. Douglas Carlson's going to be our lucky dog, or at least a wave around.
Sure. Interested to see some of these pit strategies coming out now. I think most of the field went in, did they not?
It looks like everybody went in except for Douglas Carlson, who went in on lap 17. Brian Warner Jr. on pit road right now. We're going to go back and take a look. A couple of drivers took two tires there, right there, including your race leader, Michael Woolley. We didn't get the chance to take a look at what happened between with Brian Warner Jr., but here it is right here for you. Looks like Brian Warner Jr. got a little bit loose off of the exit of turn 2, and everybody missed him. Great job of wreck avoidance for all the drivers that were around him, and he just held on to it right there.
Undoubtedly. That was a good job in avoiding everybody there. Everyone let off the gas, did exactly what they were supposed to do. No one was involved, just a single car accident. That's what you love to see here. No pileups.
Well, Brian Warner Jr. back on pit road. It looks like he's going to be getting those repairs taken care of. It looked like he didn't have as bad damage as I would think, but he is still on pit road. Oh, he's coming off pit road right now, so out there to try to continue to complete some laps.
Undoubtedly, I think he's going to have some radiator damage and probably some aero damage, but besides that, hopefully he can get most of it worked out and get back up here and be very productive.
Joanne Burns saying, come on, 69, get those repairs. Lights are off on the pace car. Your lucky dog, Douglas Carlson. Big Doug right there, Drinking Bros Racing, number 86. There he is, working his way back around to the rest of the field. He's going to be scored. He's got a few laps to make up, but he's getting a free pass out of all of that. Michael Woolley is getting ready to lead them to the line. 2 tires on all of that, so great things going on right there. Brian Wirtz to the outside of him. Joe Sanchez, Lawson Peel, and Zach Rinker. That's going to make up your top 5 currently as things are rolling.
It'll be interesting to see here if Wirtz can get a jump on Woolley.
Well, I believe Brian took 4 tires on that stop, so we're going to see how long 2 tires can hold off everybody right there. So fresh tires all the way around him. There is Michael Woolley on the inside, Brian Wirtz on the outside. Fred the Flagman says, green, green, green. We're back at it again. Brian gets a heck of a jump, and there he is. He is diving hard down. Lawson Peel's going to be right there. Michael Woolley is going to be sitting 3rd after the restart. And you see 2x2 up top. There is everybody congested. That was a little bit difficult for a restart. Oh, the 34 gets turned around. He tried to come down in front of Michael Woolley, and caution's going to come out. Cautions breed cautions. That's what happened right there. My goodness.
Yeah, that was definitely a hard racing incident right there. Very tough incident there for the both of them. Hate to see that happen coming out of the corner so quickly.
And the 54 gets back up into the wall right there. Not sure what happened. No nose for the 54. Let's go back. We're going to take a look again what happened there. They were coming around right here. The 34, I don't know if he thought it was, I don't even know if that was a net code or what was going on there, but we're gonna slow that down. Fire chase cam, that's what we're gonna do. Let's back that up for just a moment. As the 34 tries to come down. Oh, looked like the 13 got up a little bit. Looks like both of those guys kind of collected each other. Hard Racing, as that will go. Wayne Lowe, FRL Racing Chevrolet. My man was right there. Natural instinct for the car is to come up whenever you're going into a turn.
That's an unfortunate incident for Mr. Lowe there, but I have to say again, we really have missed out on a couple of possibilities for some big wrecks. Having somebody turn that far up in the pack, that could have been a really bad night for a lot of racers there.
Well, that just means that we're going to have another wave around here. Wayne Lowe and Ryan Wilson on pit road. It looks like trying to make sure Sean Conklin, I don't know if he's coming to pit road or not, but he is out there. He's got no front bumper. I've seen cars win here without a front bumper, and that is how that is normally the standard. The 13 coming to pit road to get some repairs, no doubt. I'm sure he's going to uncheck those tires. And the 54 of Sean Conklin, he's coming to pit road as well. So those guys back in the mix. But the story of the day, Brian Wirtz, the number 82 at Peace T Ford Mustang, he is back out there as well. Thank you to everybody out there continuing to stream. Go ahead, buddy.
Let's go ahead and get a rundown on your top 5 point standings coming into this race. So Mr. Lawson Peel is going to be having a good night so far. He's going to be sitting P2, cruising along to continue his lead. Mario started off the night strong. I do believe he's fallen back some, though. He is, let's see. Yeah, he has fallen back. He's going to be running around P22, so hopefully we can see him back up here in the top 5, getting some points. And Joe Sanchez still running in the top 3 here, having a really fantastic night, him and Lawson PLR. And then Wayne Lowe as well. I haven't seen him running up in the top 5, so I hope to see them up here running to get some points. It'll be interesting to see how that points battle continues on throughout the night.
Well, Wayne Lowe looks like he only went in to get a little bit of repair damage done. The 28 is back out there. Or the 34 is back out there. He is in the top 5 in points. Sean Conklin on pit road to get some damage repaired. When you commit to go to get some repairs taken care of, you end up, of course, being a part of that mandatory. So if you have required repairs here, they make you fix that before you do anything. So Sean, now coming off pit road, he is going to come back and meet the field.
Indeed. Now I'm interested to see now that Brian's got that inside line what he can do. He's got really only like 5 lap old tires if you want to think of it technically, but he got about 2 corners of speed on them, and then he's back to cruising around on them. So I'm interested to see what he can do to work on that inside and keep Lawson Peel behind him.
Well, the man, the myth, the legend gets the knee well, and he is starting in the back of the pack. Mr. Michael Woolley, he was up there leading, had a great strategy going in there, and hard racing incident turns the 34 in front of him, and that is how that goes. So the 82, the 25, the 55, the 60, and the 9, Dylan Hastings, Race Pass Motorsports Mountain Dew Chevy Camaro is going to be up there in your top 5. Pace car is off. And as we say it, and as we grow, you're going to see it right here. Fred the Flagman waves it up high. They're in the restart zone. Green, 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 says Fred the Flagman. They are off like a prom dress. There they go into turn 1. The 82 gets a great jump. The 25 is right there. It's all about patience. You're absolutely right, Michael. Absolutely all about patience. The 82 of Ryan Wirtz out front. The 25 of Lawson Peel, Joe Sanchez, Zach Rinker, Dylan Hastings. That's your top 5.
They're not wasting any time. Brian got a decent jump off the start here, but they're not letting off anytime soon. They're not going to play nice tonight.
Brian using the mid line to gain his diamond shape pattern. When he is out front, he is good. And he has his own line that he runs. There is the 82 right there. The 25 is trying to gain ground on the inside. He's going to burn up those tires if he is not careful. Brian has a very particular line. We were discussing it yesterday in pre-race tactics. He has a totally different line to not only be fast, but save tires. Somebody said it earlier. Whoa, a little bit into the wall. Looks like somebody got right there. I'm not sure who that was, but a little bit of contact with the outside wall there on the exit of turn 2. On the exit of turn 4, Brian Wirtz leads right here. Let's go back. Dan Fowley up 3 positions from where he started. There is the number 63 Canadian driver doing a great job right behind Matt Jorgensen at the number 80.
Sean Conklin hasn't wasted. Oh, we're going to have another yellow coming out here.
Brian Warner Jr., third caution of the evening.
You know, that's a real big break for those racers sitting P2 through 4. They were keeping it together for a little bit there, but Wirtz was already keeping his tires a little better than everybody else and gaining that speed at the same time. So a big break and another chance for a good restart here.
Well, I tell you what, the 82, the 25, the 55, and the 60 and the 5 had a great start right there. And I tell you, somebody that's also benefited from that, Eddie Hawks, the number 45, driving a paint scheme that I hold near and dear, the Paralyzed Veterans of America, Central Florida region, the PVA.org. To find out more information, the PVA of the Central Florida region is actually our Xfinity Series sponsor when we get back to season 2. And Brian Warner Jr. causing 3 cautions, or being the cause of 3 cautions. Sorry, the cause of 2 cautions is going to be parked for the remainder of the race. That is part of our rules and part of the race briefing.
Really? It looks like most of our leaders are going to stay out here. They don't have too many laps on these tires, but I was interested to see if anybody would take the gamble and go get some fresh ones.
You know, I think they're going to try to hold off. We limited the tire sets and to make everything as interesting as possible. And that has worked in the favor of a lot of drivers. So strategy is going to be key here.
Undoubtedly it will. The fuel economy is really getting helped right now. Everybody that might be running on older tires, less fuel, is really thinking they're lucky stars to have this many cautions in a row here. Everyone should be nice and topped off, and if they were, they're going to have the ability to get a nice restart with some nice, good fuel.
Brian, you're okay, buddy. This track is just super loose, but hey, you're going to get where your finishing position is, so at least you're still there in points, my friend. Let's go back. We're going to actually take a look at that. I didn't get the chance to do it one more time. Brian was running a high line for it right there. He was coming out of the exit. Oh, and he just nailed the corner. He couldn't get it turned around. That's what it was. But, hey, a great job, though, to say the least. Thank you for resetting right there.
Very unfortunate. So you just get so tight coming out of those corners, you just got to really handle the car, and sometimes it's just too much to bear.
And that is what happened. So we do appreciate you, but there's always next week. We do have it. Dominic Lee, you're absolutely right. Dylan Hastings is creeping up there. My man Dylan in the number 9 machine, up 15 spots. Race Pass Motorsports number 9, driving that Chevy Camaro around the track. He is up in the top 10 in points and of the signature eNASCAR Cup Series, the SECS, and he is constantly doing a great job. Very consistent driver, missed a week, but has made himself back into things.
Totally. This is going to be everyone in your top 5 is going to be sitting top 10 in the points for the race today. So it's going to be a very interesting race to see how they all treat each other on this restart. They all have points on the line, and I'm sure none of them want to see this end up badly. So let's hope for some kindness and some good, clean, hard racing.
I tell you what, guess who's back out on the track? My man, the number 69, Darrell Paget. He's out there to try to get some extra points, and he is there to make sure he finishes higher than where he was at. Grant Williams still out there. He's got a clean looking car out there. Sean Conklin, he is still out there as well. He got a little bit of that damage repaired. But as it goes, go ahead.
He's really just running his own race right now. All he has to worry about is if he can stay just above that cut line where he's not going a lap down, he'll be all set.
Well, it is the case for him right there. It's going to be Wirtz, Peel, Sanchez, Rinker, and Hastings. That's your top 5 in the race. Fred, the flagman says green. We are off again, 82-25. That's going to be the line. The 25 trying to get that high line working for him right there. He was trying to make a little bit of strategy. He didn't dive hard below to get to the back bumper of the 82. He stayed in the mid line on the restart. Caution comes out once again. Big one coming, though. This one's a big one. Here was the restart right here. It updated very quickly. The 3 of Schaefer was right there. Oh, he's right there to the inside of the 10 and up into the wall. Oh, the 27. Oh, big trash compactor right there. Let's we're going to go back, take a look one more time.
That was a hard impact there.
From a different point of view, here he is. He's right there to the inside of the 10. They get a little of, I'm not sure if that was netcode or what. Collected the 1. Some netcode going on there. The 27 gets a double spin. So both of those guys, they're going to get the helicopter award. That does happen. That's a real thing.
Here it is.
Normally is a real thing. Back to live conditions. 9 cars involved. My goodness, I tell you what.
That's what you didn't want. That's what I was not looking forward to seeing this early in the race. But cautions do breed cautions, like you said, and it was just bound to happen. Let's hope that the damage is repairable for most of those vehicles and that we can see some of them get back out up in that race.
Well, Drinking Bros Racing number 3, no front bumper. Looks like the 39 was involved in there. There's your helicopter award winners. Netcode does count against the drivers when it comes to iRacing. We go back after each race and we review the entire race. This track does chew up tires, and with the lower fuel, they get a little bit more stretch out of it, so they don't have as much weight on the car. That actually, the physics in there actually do stand true, as the 82 leads them back around for another caution, 5th caution of the race, and we'll be back at it again here very shortly. Netcode is where your vehicle and another vehicle that's next to you, according to telemetry and according to a dot in iRacing of where your car's supposed to be, they intersect a little bit when it doesn't actually intersect. So they call that netcode for those who are asking out there. We do appreciate everybody.
You know, right now, you gotta be, if you're thinking about Brian Wirtz, he's just getting his practice in. He's getting these restarts down, and as the night continues, he'll just be getting better and better. The same thing could be said for Lawson and Joe. The more they see the way he restarts, hopefully they can think of a strategy and figure out a way that they can work up to him and maybe get a jump on him on the inside somehow.
Well, Brian Wirtz is doing a great job of being there and being in the right point. Pit strategy for your top 8. As you take a look right there, and actually I can probably change that to your top 10, but we'll work on that a little bit later. There's your top 8. As 44 laps on the first set, 19 laps on these set, but 2 cautions, 2 quick cautions under this, and then another caution. So nothing too extravagant on those tires just yet. As you see, the 82, 25, 55, 60, and the 9 still up there. Eddie Hawks, restarting outside of Dylan Hastings.
Slowly but surely, Mario Miranda is working his way back up here. Started on the pole, and he just kind of dropped back after a while here. But as it stands right now, he's worked his way back up to 13th. I'm looking to see what he can do on this restart here.
Mario Miranda as far back as 26th, and now back up to the unlucky position on the inside, the number 13 area, as you see it there. You're absolutely welcome, Michael Hill, out there on Facebook. We do try to be as knowledgeable about what we are doing as possible. They are side by side, though. Lights are off on the pace car. Fred the Flagman has the green in hand, and I do believe it is going to be on their minds. Clean racing as they go. Last car on the lead lap currently is Zach Comella. Shane Wyatt is one lap down. He was your lucky dog. And we go back to green flag racing right here. It is going to be your Crank It Up feature. I'm sorry, your Sounds of iRacing feature. Let's not call it the Crank It Up, but Sounds of iRacing right here. Signature Esports SETV. And you were saying right there during that little bit of a break, caution comes out. Do we know what happened there?
I'm not sure. I believe a car may have hit the wall coming out from the corner. I'm not sure where it happened, though. I think it was farther back in the pack.
Looking at it right here, I believe it was Wayne Lowe and the number 54. Oh, Wayne Lowe gets... It's right there. We're going to go back. We're going to have to look at the far chase camera on that one. Wayne Lowe getting ever beaten. Netcode. Let's go back. I will actually just rewind you. I will show you where that becomes netcode and what collects a vehicle. So right here, you're going to see him come up. He's going to get to his car, straighten back out. You see how these guys are together. You see that big gap, and you see how everything collects each other. That's gonna mark it as a netcode issue from the 34 and the 54. And you see that Michael Woolley never touched the 34, and that gave him some damage and kicked him off to the side. So that is netcode.
Netcode is one of those things that can be so frustrating for drivers because you think you have it saved, and then just like what happened to Mr. Michael Woolley right there, just an unfortunate part of iRacing there for you.
Absolutely a bad situation. Top 16 in points make it to the playoffs, and it's a win and you're in. 9 races in the regular season, 7 races in the postseason. Come on, Daryl. Joanne's cheering you on, Daryl. Buddy, you are just kicking butt and taking names. Currently sitting in 34th. There goes the KSDT CPA number 1. Daryl Paget out there ready to rock and roll. But he's going to finish ahead of somebody. That's what we're going to see.
That's one of the best things you can do. Even if you have a rough night, you can get back out there, turn some laps, and get some experience and be ready for the next one.
Peace tea is the drink of choice for the man himself. Brian Wirtz still leading right here at Dover International Speedway. Seems you got a party now. Come on, everybody rooting for the 59. Absolutely. Everybody's doing a great job out there. Get back on the horses. Joanne Byrne, sucks the 13's race went that way. Looked good there. It was a different tire strategy, and it was, like I said, the only thing that could have hurt him was a caution. Joseph Miranda's saying, yep, the 99 on a different tire strategy. Seems to be that way. Looks like 28 cars on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap, this guy right here, Shane Wyatt, the number 1. I don't know what he is doing, but my goodness, he is revving that engine. Heavy damage on the inside of the 1, but still an opportunity for him to continue his race. He's got the 34 of Wayne Lowe in front of him.
I must say, we have some pretty high climbers tonight so far. We got P5 and P6. It's going to be Dylan Hastings and Aiden Hill lining up next to each other. Dylan started P20, and he's working his way all the way up into the top 5, and peeking inside of that top 5 is Aiden Hill sitting in 6th, starting 15th.
Biggest mover of the race, Josh Klinger. Up 22 positions to P12. He started in 34th. That is your biggest mover of the race. And as long as things hold off, he will be doing a great job. Duke University student, Black Horse Auto Transport, OCR, Oceanside Cleaners Racing Team. And you see him right there. He's actually the number 18, but he's running the number 17 scheme, and we kind of dig it. So pace car dives off onto pit road. And you're going to see him once again. 6 caution and now completed. They are nose to bumper, bumper to nose. Elbows to, in the restart zone. Green, green, green. We're back at it again. The 82. Nice jump. The 25 right there. He slides up in front of the 25. The 25 is making great moves as they come around turn 1 into turn 2. Looks like Eddie Hawks falls back just a little bit. 25 up into the wall. Just a little scrape, but nothing too big as the 82 takes his normal diamond line. The 25 has the 60 right behind him. Zach Rinker making moves and trying to take some names out of it. Looks like Aiden Hill trying to go to the inside of the 9 of Dylan Hastings, but Dylan Hastings, I tell you what, we were talking about it just a little bit ago. He is really, really strong at this racetrack, and he is still continuing his run. 74 laps completed under green flag conditions. They come around beginning in lap 75. The 9 dives hard down to the inside of the 55, and they are making it work like a train. They are chewing it around. That's 55 trying to make a run to the outside midline. The 9 right there on the inside of the 55. Hard dive to the inside and making his way, trying to run like a runaway bride.
Brian right now is just dominating this lead. He's keeping them close, but at the same time, he's keeping his equipment even better. He's not taking any chances. He's running his line, keeping those tires like you were saying, and just absolutely dominating this race right now.
Well, somebody that's dominating up into second place right now, that number 9, up 18 spots from the start. He was in 20th whenever he started. The 9 is chasing down the 82 of Brian Wirtz. He moves himself up to 2. Joanne, go have a great evening of feeding the kids. I appreciate you very much. Come back and watch. I think that you should start a Twitch. I think that you would be all gravy and all groovy as the 9 tries to make a low line run on the 82. There is Dylan Hastings tracking down Brian Wirtz. Right there to the inside of the 82. He's going to give up the line. And looks like Dylan Hastings is going to fight for the lead. Battle for 1 and 2. Hastings passes Brian, and there he goes. Race Pass Motorsports Chevrolet Mountain Dew number 9 out front.
That was absolutely methodical there from Dylan Hastings. He just worked that line. He just kept on working on his inside, waiting for the opportunity, and he took it.
These guys were on the same pit strategy as everybody else. Dylan Hastings on 34 lap tires just like everybody else, but he is running away from the field 0.5 of a second. He's been saving, and there he goes. Clint Leather one. Let's go race pass out there. Dominic Lee, let's go. Michael Hill, giving a big shout out to Jeff Hill and Robert Hewins out there. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Lap 80 being completed under green flag conditions. There goes that clean air, the 82 of Brian Wirtz. Oh, kind of blink. Couple of guys out there. I wonder if the East Coast is getting hammered right now.
Yeah, definitely some technical issues going on, but they're still continuing on. They have not been phased by it. They're not going to let it phase them. And Mr. Dylan Hastings is just dominating right now. He is running his line, and he is continuing on.
All good things are coming to him. The 54 trying to make a pass on the inside of the 33. Sean Conklin back up to 11th position after getting wrapped up in a couple of incidents. Like I said, you don't need a front bumper to win here. You can just run.
No doubt about it. You just got to be in it to win it, and the most you can do is just get damage fixed every caution and just hope for the best.
Well, he is doing the best that he can. He is out there, fresh tires, no bumper. He's got all the fresh air that you could ask for. There is Sean Conklin running his line all the way around. Jesse Priest in front of him. Dan Fowley right there as well. Matt Jorgensen doing a great job. All the way back, Josh Klinger. He is fighting his teammate Jake Elrod for position. These guys with clean cars. Trying to get some contention out of it. Josh Klinger, 16th in points, tied for 16th in points with Shane Wyatt coming into this as lap 84 being completed under green flag conditions. The 80 of Matt Jorgensen in his sights. There is also the 54 in front of the 33. Klinger and Elrod trying to use the same strategy as they continue to move forward. East Coast is still dry out there, says Michael Hill. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Do believe that is absolutely amazing.
Brian isn't wasting any time. He's not letting up anymore. He's getting right back up to Mr. Hastings right here. Hastings is continuing on with his line, but something stopped working. His tires must be wearing down, and Wirtz's line that's keeping those tires so fresh for him is really going to start coming into play here.
As he is back in the tracks, Dylan Hastings has led a few laps right here for, as I see it, there is Eric Schaefer and the 69 of Darrell Padgett back out there again. And as it goes, we're going to start seeing some fun things happen. 82 of Brian Wirtz dives to the inside of the 9, gets his line back, gets a smooth run, and there he is. He's back at it again. Brian Wirtz back out front, but the 9 has some more. He got a little bit loose on the exit of 4 right there, and Joe Sanchez trying to capitalize on that. Running out front, sometimes you burn your tires up, but leading here gets you some extra bonus points, so all good things. And we're going to go back to Bulldog Sports Cards and Collectibles is our sponsor for our Sounds of iRacing, kind of like our Crank It Up feature for everything else. We're going to go back to it as you see lap traffic trying to stay out of the way. Looks like Eric Schaefer is smoking just a little bit right there, but back at it again. Here we go. There is the man himself driving that number 16 of Bulldog Sports Cards and Collectibles. Go and check him out on, of course, Facebook. Got to get him a like and share. You see it right there. But also on YouTube, or not YouTube, I'm sorry, on Amazon and eBay. As you see Austin Harger right there trying to make his car line run. He's got the 13 of Michael Woolley trying to pass him on the inside. And Michael Woolley trying to gain some speed back from where he was at. Brian Wirtz out front. There is that Peace T number 82 running hard, hard, hard. Sounds of iRacing brought to you by Bulldog Sports Cards and Collectibles. Lap 96 being completed under green flag conditions. And I tell you what, we might have a long stint green flag run here.
We are. We might even end up seeing some green flag pit stops here if these tires keep hold out on them. We might not have to, but the real problem is going to come in for that fuel and seeing how long they can stretch it for, roll through the corners, and keep some of that gas in their cars.
You see that gap between 1 and 2. There's Joe Sanchez, and then there's the 82 of Brian Wirtz. Brian has adjusted his line, and he has continued to run around this beautiful monster mile, trying to tame it to his advantage. I believe he's got the 33 in front of him, or the 53 in front of him. He is looking for that right there. Pit strategy, like we were talking about, being key. 53 laps on these tires, but they've had quite a few cautions. So after about 3 or 4 cautions, where do you go?
I think you have to just try and push it and see when the leaders go in, and you're just going to have to play it by ear. Think if you can last out here and maybe one more pit stop, or depending on how much longer they can last, I think 1 or 2 more pit stops if we stay green, and they'll be able to make it.
Last pit stop for your top 13 drivers was on lap 44. As you see, the 53 not in the way. Lap 100 being completed under green flag conditions. Remember, SETV or Signature Esports TV on your Roku device. You can watch all of our past broadcasts, or as we get them uploaded and updated. Soon to be live Roku television. That's what we are working on. Amazon Fire and Apple TV coming to you very soon. We're trying to do things as we go halfway. The halfway mark brought to you by 46branding.com. Make sure you go to FOURTY6SIX branding.com. Get some of that classically designed. He's got shirts, he's got leggings, he's got flip-flops, he's got hoodies, he's got hats. All of that is designed for class and swag. As Shane Wyatt looks to the outside as the leaders are coming to pass, the 82 and the 55 out front.
I'll have to say, Brian is absolutely being masterful with his craft right now. He is running almost as perfect as you can. Joe is keeping up with him, but if you look back after that, he's gotten almost 2 seconds on position 3, so he is absolutely dominating this race right now.
The Hill family rooting on this man right here, this Carbon Sim Racing young man. He and Eddie Hawks are right by each other. They did a truck race not too long ago where they finished 1 and 2 in reverse. Eddie Hawks looking to the inside of the 59. There he goes right there, but Aiden Hill was up to 7th, and now he is outside. Good battle right here, going for the 59 and the 45. Eddie Hawks trying to go to the inside of him right there. And the 6th of Grant Williams trying to make a pass as well, trying to keep his car clean. Just wants to finish with a 0X.
That's all you can hope for here. It's a very difficult track, but if you race cleanly, hopefully you can get some other people racing clean back and show the best race you can get out of it.
I want to talk about this young man right here running the Michael Wirtz paint scheme. The number 99, Mario Miranda, fell back a little bit and has worked his way back up to 4th place. Lawson Peel, he is back up in the mix as well. He had a little fall back, but the line he is running is very similar to this man right here, the mentor of iRacing, the number 82, Dark Horse Racing. Brian Wirtz still out front. Joe Sanchez about 0.4 of a second, almost 0.5 of a second back, as you see lap 106 being completed under green flag conditions. Bradley Jacob Dunson out there. Signature Esports clothing is good. It just got his SERS hat today, and he loves it. Tomorrow night, we're going to get to our broadcast schedule, of course, as that is going to start picking up. You're going to start seeing more and more series. There's the 39 in front of Brian Wirtz right there. 62 laps on all these tires, my man.
They are really stretching these right now. They are trying their best. This is gonna be a mind game right here of seeing who will go in first and who will give. Because I have a strong feeling whenever that first car heads towards those pits, it's gonna be a domino effect after.
Everybody's waiting to see what Brian Wirtz is gonna do as he dives into the inside of the 39 of Zach Camella. He is there to make it work. Timing delta coming up. Here is the lap gap between he and Sanchez. You see the distance in between each other as they are continuing to run. There's the 86 of Carlson as you see the 82 trying to put lap traffic in between he and Joe Sanchez, and it's working to no avail because that man right there has cars that are running just as fast as they are in front of him. Brian just picking a better line.
Like you said, Brian is just being absolutely phenomenal with his line right now. He's putting almost a second on the Joe Sanchez, and we're actually going to have a caution coming out. Not what Brian Wirtz was wanting to see here.
Caution comes out, and no doubt some tires about to be changed. Looks like the number 6 of Grant Williams was right there. Zach Comella passes Tony Kivitt.
Here's the question. I don't think anyone besides the people in the back, if they just short pitted right now, everybody else that has those short pits is going to benefit here. But besides that, you're going to have to think who all's going to go in. Is anyone going to try and stretch these tires? I don't think anyone will.
Well, I do know that the number 82 of Brian Wirtz is going to be out there. He's going on to pit road, and a few of these cars are out there to still get that free pass, and Douglas Carlson is going to be, as I'm looking at it right here, he's going to be your lucky dog. Got to do what you can and see what you get, and, that is how things go.
Absolutely. This has been a phenomenal night for our top 5 drivers coming in the point standings. Lawson Peel, he's kind of falling off a little bit, but still keeping himself in the top 5. Good night entering. Along with Mario Miranda, they sit 1, 2 in the points coming into this race. And they're both sitting 4 and 5, right now. Matt Lovett, haven't seen much from him tonight, but hopefully he can get up here.
Well, we've got somebody who stayed out, trying to lead some laps around. The number 27, Joe Exotic Ford Mustang. Jack Webb out there, the Mr. Jack Webb, DFR driver. He is out there. He's leading around.
I had a feeling somebody was going to try and commit and stay out there. They might not even get many laps in, but I mean, if they can get a couple, maybe that's some points or that's some tiebreaker they get in the future. Just got to do what the best they can.
Well, he held off as long as he could. He wanted a few extra tires, so he let a lap around. So that's going to get him a bonus point, but now he is on pit road with the lapped cars. And so that's going to put him in the back of the field. First car off the lead lap, Tony Kivitt. The number 4, Jesse Priest, is still out there. He is 1 lap down. Dylan Hastings also looks to be 1 lap down after that pit exchange. So we'll see how that goes. Shane Wyatt on pit road getting some repairs done. He is 2 laps down. Keith Todd out there. Michael Woolley in 29th. He is out there to try to collect some good stuff. As you see it there, Grant Williams was there. We're going to go back. We're going to take a look and see what happened. I didn't do that. Normally I do that right afterwards. So Grant Williams was running right here. Very clean car. Oh, he got a little bit loose and got up into the wall. And, oh, my goodness, and just turned inward for him right there.
Very unfortunate. It could have been a lot worse, I do believe. I feel like he got away very cleanly. The amount of damage he could have had, he really locked up the brakes and held it off the wall very cleanly there.
We'll go back to live conditions as he was trying to hold it there and try to do a good job of being where he is at. Lights are off on the pace car. Let's answer some questions. Will lap cars stay out there for the wave around and hope for a quick caution? Often that is exactly what happens. Great broadcast, great commentary. Thank you for giving us race fans a race venue to watch. Absolutely. And these drivers are absolutely fantastic. One of the fastest growing platforms out there, Signature Esports, and now SETV. We have the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series, the Signature eNASCAR Truck Series. That's brought to you, of course, by RCR Racing, and then soon the Signature eNASCAR Xfinity Series, and that's going to be the Paralyzed Veterans of America Central Florida chapter. That's going to be that right there. We have the Whelen Modifieds. It's going to be tomorrow night. And then we have the Signature Esports Road Series. First race tomorrow, Daytona Road Course for 90 minutes of action-packed racing with a road course series. The LP1s, the GTEs, and the GT3s. But Fred the Flagman says we have to go. Green, green, green. Mario Moreno right there on the back end of the 82. He is back up in the mix. The 99-year pole sitter. He is right there. And he's going to pass Joe Sanchez to the inside and slide right up in front of him.
I'll tell you what, he was not wasting any time. He wanted that position, and he wanted back to where he belongs. He wanted up here to his position that he qualified for, and he's going to take it back as quick as he can. I'll tell you that much.
Well, he has to be the young Daniel chasing the Mr. Miyagi, because there it is. There is the teacher and the apprentice right behind him. The 82 out front, the 99 right there as well. The 55 of Joe Sanchez. He is all over this track, ready to roll. That Sherwin-Williams paint scheme doing him justice as the 60 of Zach Rinker and the 25 of Lawson Peel lines out your top five.
Brian has just absolutely been masterful on these restarts. Every time he just gets such a perfect jump, and he times it just right to where he can get around that outside car. And that's really been a huge benefit for him on these restarts, is just getting out front, and then once he's out there, he has nothing to stop him. He's just hitting his marks and continuing on with his race into his win.
Almost every driver went to pit road on that pit cycle for some form of fix or some form of gas and tires. So 4-tire pit stops. I haven't seen anybody take two tires on that as I was looking at the relatives and making sure that we had everything ready to go. So quite possibly a long green flag run in store for us. Lap 118 being completed under green flag conditions. They stretched 64 laps on those last sets of tires. There is Eddie Hawks, the number 6, in that P6 position right there behind Lawson Peel. He's got the 59 of Aiden Hill to the inside, coming around turn 1 into turn 2.
And I'll tell you what, Joe Sanchez isn't wasting any time catching right back up to Mario either. He knows here in a corner on the inside of Mario one of these times, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets it.
Joe Sanchez trying to get there. Mario Miranda, one of the young favorites in here as well. The Joe Sanchez, no stranger to wins. He is trying to make sure that he solidifies his position in the top 16 to get himself into the playoffs. Win and you're in situation, of course. That is how it goes. Go Miranda, says Joseph Miranda out there on Facebook. Thank you to all the Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube follows. Push to victory. Thank you for following us out there on Twitch. I do appreciate it. The bigger that we grow, the better off we are. There is the 55 and the 60. They are looking to run the same line as Brian Wirtz continues to pull away, running his diamond-shaped line. Hard
Joe,
run. Go ahead.
Joe just keeps on trying. He is putting his everything into this corner right now, and he's hoping, I'm pretty sure, that Zach Rinker will catch up here shortly. We know Zach Rinker can win. He's not shying away from winning either. He won at Daytona, and he's not afraid to win again here. So hopefully he can get a push, get Joe up there, and they can start working together and get some magic happening.
Mr. Rinker chasing down the 55. A good battle for 3 and 4. These guys continue to battle each other. That's going to allow Mario Miranda kind of to pull away He is starting to adjust his line to be about the same as this man right here. And I do believe if I look at it from the booth right here, yep, maybe right here, there it is. If you look from the front right-hand view, or as you see it on your left-hand side of the screen, Martin Marin is starting to adjust his line according to the way that Brian Wirtz is going. The Peace T Pro Series driver for No Limit Racing, and also right here for Signature Esports, the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series, and also Season 1 winner of the No Limit Racing Thunder Series. There's an ARCA Series going on right there. There he goes. He is off. Zach Camella, number 39, in his sights. Lap traffic about to be contended with. There is Camella. Woolley is going to be there as well. And then Daryl Padgett, he has moved himself up 2 spots to 32nd after unfortunate incident that wrapped him up earlier, driving a great line.
It's been an unfortunate drop-off for Dylan Hastings. He led a couple laps up there with Brian, and then just all of a sudden he's just kind of fallen off. He's a lap down, sitting in P24. My apologies. Just very unfortunate. I hope to see him hopefully get the lucky dog here if he doesn't get picked off and go another lap down.
Well, Dylan Hastings is great at running what he does. There is the Race Pass Motorsports number 9. The cars get dirty. You see him right there, all that marble and all that tar that sticks to him from the rubber of all the tires. He's got the 33 of Jesse Priest right behind him as well. And speaking of cautions, caution comes out right here. Lawson Peel looks like he was wrapped in. It happened somewhere up front. My goodness. Let's see what happened right here, as we'll take a look at it from this point of view. Current point setter, Lawson Peel, the number 25, was right there. Looks like, oh no, unfortunate. Unfortunate. So Zach Camella was out there. He was trying to stay high. We're going to go back. We're going to take a look at that one more time from this point of view. Here's the 25 coming around the corner. Let's take a look at it from... Oh, man. Zach Camella. Oh, he got hooked in the wall.
That is just absolutely unfortunate. That is not how Lawson Peel wanted to see his night go, I'll tell you that much. Hopefully he can pull it back around to the pits and get some repairs done, but that might have just put a very dampering end to Lawson's race for the night.
Go back and we're going to take a look at it from where Camella was. Here's Zach Camella. He is right there. He's got the leaders right there. He gets a little bump from the 55, shoves him up to the wall, collects the 60 and the 25. And man, oh man.
Looked like the 55 just gave him a little bump and run coming out of the corner, and it was just a little too much for the 39 to keep a hand on, and he just got loose into that wall.
We'll go back one more time. Far chase view of Zach Camella. He is right there. He gets a little bump from the 55. It makes him loose. He gets up into the wall, collects the 60, collects the 25, and then the 60 comes up. Eddie Hawk's involved. Oh, no. Eddie Hawk's having a great race right there as well.
Indeed, that was a lot of really good, fast race cars there that got taken out in that incident.
Camella right there involved. The bump and run usually works. And he was just a little bit too slow for that one right there. Where's...
Looks like we're going to have a lot of vehicles actually taking 4 tires on this pit stop here, surprisingly. I wonder if they're going to try and push it to the end here, if they think they can stretch it.
Well, I do think, as we were looking at it here, Looks like Mario Moreno is going to be out front. Look at pit cycles, pit strategy. We had some people take and come in for some tires right here, so this might work to everybody's advantage.
I'm Brian Wirtz. I am in the position that I want to be right now. He has been leading all night. He went in, got, I believe, 4 fresh new tires, and back out on the track. He may have lost his lead, but I mean, he is sitting in 12th and primed and ready with new fresh tires, and it's not going to take him long to get back up there to Mario in the front of the pack.
Mario Moreno is looking for very good at the moment. This is NASCAR Nathan. Everybody cheering for Mario out there, replying to Dakota Curtis. Just get to the Outer Banks. So it's going to be Miranda, Wayne Lowe, Jake Elrod up there. Sean Conklin's back up in the mix to number 54. Austin Harder, he is up 22 spots there as well. Brian Wirtz, who was leading the race back here in 10th. He just went and got some fresh fuel goods, I do believe. Here's the pit strategy for him right there. 20 laps on those tires as things are shaking up. Mario Miranda on 20 laps. So everybody to 8th for sure. There is Mario Miranda. How long can he survive on those tires? 20 laps down. They ran a long green flag run, but they were right there. Wayne Lowe's going to be restarting on the outside of Mario Miranda. Sean Conklin's there on the inside, or on the outside of Jake Elrod. Back to it. Green, says Fred the Flagman. As I think somebody got a bad start on the outside. It was Wayne Lowe. Mario Miranda dropped a gear, dropped the clutch, and got rolling. And here they are, cruising through the gears.
Mario is just cruising along right now. He's running a similar line to what Brian was running all those laps that he led, and it's seeming to work out for him. Wayne Lowe now 0.6 back from him already, and he's just out dominating out front right now.
Well, he's got the line. He had the restart, but he's got fresh tires looking for that ultimate pass as you see him come down the front stretch to complete lap 134. Joseph Morales. Some of those cars have more wrinkles on them than I have. Things are shaking. Things are up and running. And we are back to it once again. Lap 135 being completed under green flag conditions. Miranda out front as the gap is shrinking to 34, getting better runs on the longer run. So definitely something to keep an eye on for, as you see it right there. 3/10, almost 4/10 of a second was the lead. Now Wayne Lowe definitely chasing him down.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Mario Miranda right now, I am absolutely ecstatic. He was only 7 points behind Lawson Peele coming in this race, and he's now leading, and Mr. Lawson Peele is now sitting back in 27, several laps down. So an unfortunate ending to the night for Lawson Peele, but if I'm Mario Miranda, I am absolutely happy and ecstatic with the way this race is running for him right now.
Great run for the Miranda. Started on the pole, leading once again right here. Lap traffic coming up. He's got a long run. Chris Roberge, he's down there on the bottom line. High line run. Wayne Lowe getting a very low run on him. He's going to gain some speed on the back stretch, or on the front stretch right here. And you're seeing it run. Tires still going to be a factor here.
I'll tell you what, Mario is just staying consistent. He's putting about a second on at this time. He's got about 1 back to P3, and Wayne Lowe is trying his best. He has worked his way up from being 0.6 down to 0.5 down, and so he is really working on that gap right now.
He is continuing to run. He has got the lap traffic in front of him. Caution's going to come out. Not a good sign. trying to finish this race.
I'll tell you one person who's very happy and profiting off of this caution is going to be Mr. Brian Wirtz. He went in, got those fresh tires, and did exactly what he wanted. He timed it perfectly. This caution, he started off in 13th on this restart, and he's already worked his way up to 4th.
Trying to see why the caution came out. That Michael Woolley was on pit road. I don't know.
Maybe that little wall tap just triggered the flagman a little too much. Maybe that was what got him out of it.
It's possible.
I do believe Wayne Lowe opted to stay out here, so if I'm not mistaken, him and Aiden Hill, who's back in the front again, should be sitting up there near the front.
Wayne Lowe, Aiden Hill. It's going to be 1-2 for you. Brian Wirtz, Jake Elrod's up there as well. Joe Sanchez back in the top 5. Josh Klinger there as well. So of your top, it's like your top 10, Mario Miranda on... He just came out of pits, so he's going to be up there. Austin Harger is going to come out with him, pitting on lap 140. But Dylan Hastings, lap 129, he is back up in the top 10 after using pit strategy to his liking. Lap 128, Aiden Hill was on pit road. So was Brian Wirtz. So Wayne Lowe out there to lead, just to give himself an opportunity to lead. Somebody threw a water bottle on the track. That's what somebody said. A new leader says the 99. NASCAR Nathan's. Absolutely, buddy. So part of our... Go ahead.
I'll tell you what, Brian Wirtz has got to be just loving where he's at right now with those fresh tires. He's got 2 vehicles that didn't go in, no tires, and he's got several laps on his, but not as many as those 2, I do believe. And I think Brian Wirtz is just loving his position right now and sitting there on the inside in P3.
Aiden Hill and Brian Wirtz went to pit road at the same time, but had a couple of quick cautions. So that quick caution might actually work to his advantage here, letting those cool back down. Part of our rule, we were seeing earlier, we had Brian Warner. He was parked for causing 2 accidents. That was something that was changed roughly about 4 or 5 weeks ago when we had multiple drivers. They get they whether they collect themselves or not. Whenever you cause a couple of cautions back to back or in the same race, then it's up to the race controller out there to determine whether or not you are safe for yourself or safe for anybody else. So we had a couple of drivers that happened to so far in the race, and I hate to see that happen, but we definitely want to see him back next week. And just getting kind of some of the updates. My Discord was kind of filling up there for a moment, but know that we want to make sure that we're running as clean as possible and doing the best that we can. Wayne Lowe right there to the inside. Aiden Hill to the outside. There's Brian Wirtz, Jake Elrod, Joe Sanchez. That's your top 5. And we're going to go back to green flag racing right here again at Dover, the Monster Mile. Green, so spread the flag man in the 34. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if he started in the wrong gear, but I tell you what, Brian Wirtz gave him a whole lot of nose. Aiden Hill, he is running away with it. He got the better restart right there. Jake Elrod up to second. There's Wayne Lowe coming in into third. He uses the high line. Brian Wirtz dives hard to the inside right there as well. Joe Sanchez is right there. Dylan Hastings. Josh Klinger. There's the 54. He's back up in the mix. There's Sean Conklin. Holy goodness. It's about to get interesting. 3 wide going into turn 2.
They are not playing around. They are serious about these positions. They are getting later into the race, and so it's going to start getting more hectic here, because if we go on a long green flag stint here, it's going to start getting harder and harder on these tires as they get older to start passing. So you want to get in and control your position.
That slow restart from Wayne Lowe gave Aiden Hill nothing to worry about for a little while, as he is up almost a full second over the rest of the lead. But Brian Wirtz is closing the distance as he's coming down low. There is Brian Wirtz, the number 82, trying to catch Aiden Hill. Aiden holding his own, though. He is running away right here. 147 of 200 being completed in green flag conditions. The number 59, Carbon Sin Racing, the young man right there of Aiden Hill. Believe he's 15 or 16 years old. There is an age requirement to race in iRacing, and he meets that. Some of these young drivers, they make me envious of what they do. Brian Wirtz catching them, though. College student is Brian Wirtz. Joe Sanchez up there as well. Top 3, Dylan Hastings working his way in. He is in P4. Mario Miranda right there in P5. And right behind him, Sean Conklin, teammate to the race leader. There they go, coming around turn 4 onto the front stretch. Brian Wirtz trying to catch Aiden Hill. Aiden Hill's got that fresh, clean air, and it's working for him.
I'll tell you what, if Aiden Hill can keep this lead up and he can secure the win tonight, he's going to be one camper. Coming into this race, he was sitting negative 200 in the points, 46 overall. And I mean, if he comes in here and wins this, he would be guaranteed into the playoffs, and that'd be a really big turnaround for Aiden Hill.
Aiden Hill gets a little bit loose off the exit of turn 2. Tire wear starting to be a factor for the number 59. He is out there trying to lead some laps because that is where it's going to go. So will his dad, says Michael Hill. He's got some of the best right behind him, and he is holding his own. He's just got to calm down and race his line. The 82 of Brian Wirtz getting right there to the back bumper, and we're going to start seeing some pressure. Ford, Chevy, those are the 2 out front. There goes another Chevy right behind the 82. The 59 of Aiden Hill coming around into turn 3. Patience is going to be key. Tire wear is about to be a factor, but it is his race to win. 0.3 of a second between he and the number 82. Caution comes out, and maybe a little bit of a lucky break for the 59. Happy young man leading out there right now in Aiden Hill. Douglas Carlson looks like he was a part of this one. Oh, man. Zach, who was that? Jake? Oh, my goodness. That was a cool wreck, and I couldn't even see it. Let's say cool wreck. Fantastic wreck. So there's 86 getting a run on Jake O'Rod. Oh, he gets up to the wall. Ramped over Jesse Priest. Boy, howdy.
That was that could have been very, very bad. There were still so many cars coming when Douglas started turning back up that track. That was, to have only one car hit him, that's very lucky for everyone involved.
Zach Camella slammed on the brakes. He went down low. Michael Hill giving props to Aiden Hill out there. Jeff Hill as well, really good at driving a race car. Aiden Hill still staying out front. 11th caution of the race. We've had some good green flag runs in there, and then all of a sudden, when that tire wear becomes a factor, they just jump all over it. There's Hill and Wirtz. That's going to be your top two as we wait for that lucky dog signal right there. My man Daryl Patchett, the number 69, the famous Australian, the most famous Australian in iRacing, he has moved himself up a couple of more positions. He is in 30th.
And that's
points leader Lawson Peel. He is on pit road. He is being scored 28th currently. So tough luck on him.
If this race was to finish right now, I'll tell you what, this is going to be shaking out the race results. I mean, drastically. These race results will make these standings go wild. Lawson Peel is going to lose some to Mario Mirinda if he can stay up there. And Joe Sanchez and Wayne Lowe, if they can keep up these runs, they're going to be set for these standings.
Lawson Peel has 2 wins, so he is at least guaranteed to be in the playoffs. But to be the regular series champion would be absolutely amazing. The number 59 of Aiden Hill out front. A showcase for that man. Then we have Brian Wirtz right behind him. He's going to restart on the outside. Joe Sanchez is going to restart on the inside. And we were talking about it earlier. There is the number 9, Dylan Hastings. He is right there up in the mix with Mario Mirinda, who's learned a ton of patience and increased that skill to be one of the best in iRacing. And he is continuing to grow as a driver. Sean Conklin, he is up there as well. He's going to restart on the outside of the 99. Josh Klinger restarting on the inside of his counterpart, Austin Harger. And then we're going to go back to row 5 on the restart. Matt Jorgensen, probably the cleanest looking car out there, is going to take a bite out of crime and have, of course, Chris Bates, the number 10, right behind him. There is that famous donkey that I love so much.
I'll tell you what, Sean Conklin has been running a very quiet but clean race tonight. He had that contact in that when the lap down earlier this race, and he has slowly worked himself back up into a top 5 contender here.
There is the pace car leading them around. Dover is the set. We are getting close. When we go back to green, we're going to have 46 laps, I'm sorry. Lap 156 is going to be the lap they're starting. So we're going to have 44 laps to go. Green! And turn 1, the restart is great as Brian Wirtz takes the lead away from Aiden Hill. I know that we missed how that happened, but Aiden Hill looked like he had the slow restart on the inside. Brian Wirtz is right there. There is the 9, but Aiden's still doing a great job of keeping his line on the inside. Joe Sanchez right there behind him. There is Brian Wirtz, Dark Horse Racing, Race Pass Motorsports number 9 right behind him. Aiden Hill trying to get back up to speed to catch these guys. Lap 158 being completed under green flag conditions.
I'll tell you what, Dylan Hastings wasted no time on that restart. He's back up there contending with Brian Wirtz. He's making sure that he knows he's there and making sure that if he makes a mistake, that he knows Dylan will be there to capitalize on it.
Here's a look at the restart and how it happened. Here's Brian Wirtz on the outside. The 59 spun his tires. That's what happened. He got a little bit loose on it, but that's all right. He is back in the mix, and we're going to go back to live conditions as now Brian Wirtz leads the number 9 out front. Lap 159 being completed under green flag conditions as they come around turn 1 into turn 2. Huge little set. There he runs. Aiden Hill still up there in the top 5. He's got Mario Mirinda to the inside. Mirinda trying to make that pass as clean as possible. He's got a few lap fresher tires. And the 59's teammate, the number 54, these guys running side by side into turn 1.
It's always nice to have that teammate right there. That's somebody that you know you can work with and they're not going to race you too hard. That's always a great feeling when you see somebody from your own company come up there and help you.
Somebody happen to see up there in the top 10, Josh Klinger has Chris Bates all over his rear end. There's Jack Webb right behind him as well. currently running 9th. He is up 25 spots. Currently the biggest mover of the race. Next biggest mover is going to be Austin Harger, the number 21. He's going to get a couple of more. You guys are very great. I appreciate you. Mom Miranda appreciates what I said about Mr. Joe. You're absolutely welcome. Mario is one of the best drivers that I've raced with out there, including a lot of these drivers that are out here. Mario's got the skill to be one of the best, and the only thing he had to learn was just a little patience, and he has got some great. He has gotten some great knowledge from some of the drivers that have been in here, including that young man right there that is running out front. As looks like the 55 is making a move on Dylan Hastings. Joe Sanchez right there. Oh, Miranda gets a little bit loose. I believe Dylan Hastings was right there. I think they all got a little bit loose right there. So there is Dylan. The 54 of Sean Conklin has a run on the 9 as well. The 9 dropping like a horseshoe in a pond. There he goes down 2 spots to Joe Sanchez and Mario Miranda. So those guys are running. There is Sean Conklin there to the inside. Aiden Hill back to 8th. Those old tires, he is just hoping for a caution. I do believe that the only person that doesn't have a set of tires left right now in the top 5 is going to be Sean Conklin. He has pitted 6 times and had a bunch of tough luck, but he's worked his way back to the front. But the man that is way out front, the number 82, Brian Wirtz. Peace T has a huge lead. 1.4 seconds over Sanchez and Miranda. And this man knows how to save tires. He knows how to run his lap.
That he does. I'm telling you what. He has just been running these lines that are saving his tires, and it is working very well for him right now. As long as those guys are back there fighting for those positions this hard, he can just cruise along, hit his marks, and he doesn't have to worry about a thing. He is just racing his own race with no worries in the world right now.
Well, Joe Sanchez and Mario Miranda on 10 to 12 lap fresher tires. I take that back. Yes, 12 lap fresher tires. Joe Sanchez actually is not on 12 lap fresher tires. He's on the same lap tires as the race leader, but Mario Miranda on 12 lap fresher tires and starting to pay off and play a factor as they come around lap 169 being completed. Because those two back there are really wasting their tires. Darlene Hanchett out there, I appreciate you. Aiden makes me a proud mama. I do appreciate you guys tuning in and checking them out. Mario Miranda trying to get a run right there. Aiden Hill falls back to 10th place, his tires being a factor. And now he's just having to contend. Michael Newbrock giving him a good pass. And at least he is letting these drivers who are faster than he by very cleanly, so he's doing a great job of being as clean as possible. Big pack of drivers back here. As you see, 14th for Josh Klinger. He's got his teammates and Jake in the name of Jake Elrod right behind him trying to make a pass there on the inside. Somebody I haven't talked about, Big Kenny MacArthur. He is out there. Rowdy Motorsports number 97. That man is doing a great job as well, holding a P17. And very, very clean. Put it on lap 154. Brian Wirtz out front, though still 1 second between he and Joe Sanchez as they come around to complete lap 172.
I'll tell you who's been running a really quiet race here is going to be Michael Newbrough. He had some issues at the earlier start of this race, but I'll tell you what, he's been cruising around in the mid-pack, and now that it's getting into these later laps, he's sitting nice and cozy in 10th.
He's getting ready to pass the 9 of Dylan Hastings and is doing his job to the best of his ability. Up in the top 10, the number 56 Drinking Bros Racing, Drinking Bros Racing 5-6 Signature Esports sponsored right there. The gap is close, and guess who's in P2? Mario Miranda trying to chase down his protege. I'm not his protege. He's trying to make Mr. Brian Wirtz his protege as Mr. Miyagi is in front of him, and the gap is hugely closing. Brian Wirtz leading out front. Mario Miranda looking to close the gap, trying to get that win right here at Dover. Lap 174 completed. Beginning of lap 125, those tires are a factor. There they are, 1 and 2 into turn 2.
I'll tell you what, he has made up some serious ground on this restart, Mario has. I mean, he is letting Brian know he is here and he's here to play.
Well, he has the better run, 0.2 of a second. Lap traffic about to be part of a factor here in about 6 seconds. As you see these guys run. 25 to go. SETV Dover 200. SETV on Roku. The 82 of Brian Wirtz still out front. Miranda trying to change his line. I believe tire wear just became an issue.
Yeah, undoubtedly. He's definitely slowed down in these last couple of laps trying to hold off Mario, but hopefully he can just stay out front here and make it work from here on out.
You see the gap coming out of the backstretch. Joe Sanchez still in P3. Mario Morita started on the pole and does not want to be a bridesmaid, but I tell you that I see he's trying to make that low line work, and Brian adjusted his line to gain that exit speed on 4. And 23 laps to go. Backstretch is there. Wirtz 0.4 of a second faster.
I'll tell you what, if the race continues like this, it's going to be Brian Wirtz in the Mario Miranda show from here on out. Joe Sanchez has just fallen off. He's about 0.8, 0.9 back, and from there on back, they're 3-4 back. So it's just going to be a duel from here on out.
Well, the 99 loses a little bit on the exit of 4. 0.5 of a second is the gap between 1 and 2. And Joe Sanchez reels it back in as well. So he is right there in the mix. Got the low line draft going on right there. Joseph Morales out there says, reeling him in like a big bass on the lake. You bet your butt. I live in a lake. Big old Great Lake of the Ozarks. 21 laps to go. They're coming around turn 2 onto the backstretch under the Allied Tunnel.
It's really going to come down to the wire here.
Brian Wirtz coming to pit road, it looks like.
That's what I was just about to say. I was wondering if anyone can make it on fuel, and if they were, how close they were going to be to stretching it.
Austin Harger moves himself up into P2. Mario Miranda on the way out. It looks like he got up into the wall just a little bit there. And now, I don't know if it's a splash and go, what they're doing. Mario Miranda had 12 laps better, and if it was a fuel run, that was the problem. Can Mario make it on fuel?
I think if he took enough fuel when he got those tires, he should be set here. If he can hold off Austin, and he doesn't have to push right now. He's got 3.4 on Austin, who's in P2 right now. If he can just cruise along, save some fuel, and keep those tires feeling decent, I think he'll be set here.
Brian Wirtz on pit road. He is leaving pit road. He is currently about to be his second lap down, but he is going to have some fresh tires. As you see, that was the man in P1. Had to come to pit road. I believe Mario Miranda is looking for that caution from 2 laps down to 1 lap down. The 82 on those fresher tires. He has 17 laps to make it happen. As you see the gap increase dramatically between he and the 99. The only thing that Brian has to do is he has to get all the way out there. He saved a fresh set of tires for this situation right here, and that is how it's going. Austin Harger gaining, though. You see the gap right there. He actually gained on that one. He is within 3 seconds of race leader of the 99. So Harger is going to be the man to look for. His pit strategy a key. Go for it.
Mario Miranda, he's really kind of starting to show here. His tires are starting to get worn out when he was battling there with his Mr. Miyagi. If he can hold on, he'll be all right, but I don't know if he'll be able to keep turning these corners as well as he was.
Pit strategy, I said, was going to be a factor. You hear him saving. I hear him saving. He's dropping in that clutch, trying to save all the fuel he can get. 45 laps on the tires. It's not about the tires, it's about the fuel. And we are about Mario Mirinda still out front. 13 laps to go. Coming into turn 1. He has got to save. Austin Harger, he is right there in P2. Dan Fowley, strong third place going on right here. Brian Wirtz screaming around the track trying. Oh, caution does come out.
And you know that is not what Mario Mirinda is wanting to see right now.
Because your lucky dog right now would be that man right there. And he's going to have to come to pit road. There's the 3 of Eric Schaefer holding it down. Here's what happened. Chris Roberg looks like he was involved. He was coming down. Let's see what happened. Oh my goodness. Let's get back to it. It was Big Shafe involved in there, so let's take a look at this real quick. So Eric Schaefer was up here in the wall just a little bit. He gets a little bit loose, turns up on the wall, and the 96 is right there. Oh, goodness.
It just whipped around on him and broke loose.
Yeah, it sure did. Sure did. Drinking Bros Racing number 3. Mario Mirinda still out front. At this particular point, do you gamble? Or do you... Yeah, they're all coming to pit road. Mario Mirinda, Sean Conklin, Matt Jorgensen, Harger, Brandon Banks, Dan Fowley, all of these guys. Brian Wirtz currently getting the wave around.
I'll tell you what, Mario, he knows what he's doing. He just took those fresh 4 tires and a nice tank of gas, and he's going to go back out. He might have lost a couple positions. I think it was 2 coming out of the pits, but those fresh tires are going to work him right back up to where he was.
The number 82. It's unfortunate for the 82 right there because being the lucky dog, he's going to start at the end of the longest line. And he's going to have Joe Sanchez right there with him. Joe Sanchez coming to pit road, it looks like. Josh Klinger back there. So Brian Wirtz has a lot of work to do. There's Joe Sanchez coming to pit road, so maybe some positions gained here.
It definitely won't be easy for the 82 Brian Wirtz, but if he works it well enough, he's got enough laps, I do believe he can work his way back up to at minimum a top 10, and I would not be surprised to see him contending for the lead here shortly.
Currently moving his way up. He's currently in P6. New race leader, though, up 26 spots. Biggest mover of the race, Austin Harger. He is out there to lead. The number 16. Last pitted just at 189. When we go back to green flag racing, once again, it looks like we're going to have about 8 laps to go. 99 conserving fuel. He was conserving fuel. It's getting interesting. It's getting shaking. There's a lot of things going on right here. Harger, Jorgensen, Mirinda, Conklin, Newbrow, Roberts, Bates, and Fowley. That's going to be your top 8. 9th is going to be Jake Elrod. And I believe Dan Fowley was leaving back there. So
I'm just absolutely astonished by the fact that Austin Harger and Michael Newbrow are this far up. They both started 27th and 23rd respectively, and both of them have just kind of been mid-pack, hanging around, just waiting for this opportunity, and they're not going to take a chance. They are going to capitalize on it, I'll tell you that much.
After what we had going on, boogity said Cody Kinsey. Daryl made it back in. Yeah, Daryl was racing there for a little while. I believe I'm not sure if he's still going. Where is Daryl? Daryl Paget's still in. Yeah, he's still in there. There he is, the number 25. He's in P25. He has gained 7 spots by continuing to go. Good to see you back out there, Joanne. Make sure you get your watch party started back up. We love seeing you out there. Cody Kinsey, boogity said Newbrow. Newbrow up there in the top 5 right now. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go back to it here as they come down the backstretch.
It's going to be really interesting to see how quickly Mario can work around these cars.
The 59 of Aiden Hill did pit. He is in P10 right now. Beautiful long look at the wall, the backstretch wall of Dover into turn 3 and turn 4. Absolutely, Joanne. Hello to you. And once we do it again, Fred the Flagman is high above the crowd. Austin Harger out front. Jorgensen, Miranda, Conklin, Newbrow. That's going to be your top 5. Mario Miranda takes it to the inside, forcing the 16 to go up. There they are. Miranda being aggressive on the restart. Wants that position back. Austin Harger is right there in P2. Oh, that big wreck coming. Huge wreck. Collecting the field. Miranda, Conklin get all the way through it. Huge wreck.
That was worst case scenario for lots of cars there. That took out numerous cars that were very well up to be contenders. Very unfortunate.
Here's where it was. Oh, the 16 was trying to come down. The 54 was right there. Everybody just slammed on their brakes and turned left. It was like a synchronized swimming.
I'll tell you what, the Monster Mile didn't earn its name for nothing. It just claimed everyone in it.
Everybody got collected. There's the big wreck. Bam, bam. Everybody turns. Oh, it looks like Dylan Hastings made it through there. Jesse Priest made it through. Oh my goodness.
That's just heartbreaking.
We will. If it wasn't for drama, you wouldn't have any of it at all. Here is a look at what happened there. Here's the restart right here, a little rear chase view. He was coming down and he turned right there. I don't know if he got loose or what. Huge racing incident. The 10 was collected. Everybody was collected. There's the 97. Brian Wirtz in the midst of it as they try to reset. They're pushing against each other right there. Oh, man. Man, oh, man.
I don't know if you caught this or not, but Brian was caught up in that wreck as well. It didn't look like he had terrible damage, but that's going to put a damper on his restart here and how much he'll be able to do.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Mario Miranda back out front. 6 laps to go. We do have 2 attempts at a green, white, checkered. Mario Miranda, Sean Conklin, Matt Jorgensen, Matt Robertson, number 11. Somebody we haven't talked about yet. Speaking of somebody else we haven't talked about, there he is, Mr. Brandon Banks. Rowdy Motorsports, number 88. He is up there in the top 5. And it looks like Aiden Hill made it through there as well. Jack Webster.
Yeah. Some very profitable positions for these people. They were struggling. If they were struggling and they got through that wreck, you know they got to be counting their lucky stars right now. That is a gift wrap position 1 through 4 right there.
Ryan Wilson, P20 Indiana driver right there in the Napa know-how. Chevrolet with no front bumper. Wayne Lowe back up in the mix in the top 10. Dylan Hastings running 9th. Josh Klinger and Brian Wirtz. There they are. Brian Wirtz a little bit of front end damage, but I tell you, I think that you don't count any of those top 10 drivers out. Anything can happen right here. You have the 99 of Mario Miranda running the cleanest race that I've seen him run at a short track and doing a great job at it. The 54 of Sean Conklin out there as well. The 80 of Matt Jorgensen, then the 11 of Matt Roberts, followed up by Brandon Banks. That's your top 5.
I'll tell you this, if Matthew Jorgensen can hold on here, he will be a very big profiter off of this race tonight. Coming into this race, he was hitting P37 in the standings, 169 points down. And if he finishes with a minimum of a top 3, that'd be one really good night for him in his point standings.
Well, while we have a moment to talk about it, make sure you check out all of our sponsors, 46branding.com, FOURTY. Why? Because you need great designs for class and swag. Go buy a t-shirt from those guys. Also, Drinking Bros Racing. It's one of the racing teams that is a proud innovator and a proud sponsor. They have a store on signatureesports.com. You go out there, click the shop page. Oh, somebody just blew an engine. Oh, man, I believe Brandon Banks just blew his engine.
That is unfortunate. I thought I heard him trying to stall it and hold on to it, but it just went.
Mario Miranda there. Lights are off on the pace car. Also, SETV, or Signature Esports TV. Go to your favorite Roku device. Get that little app, or that channel. Search it in your channel directory. Signature Esports TV. You'll be able to find it there. And watch some of our past broadcasts. And, of course, thank you to everybody out there. Join us next week. As this is still an exciting race where we're going to be at the KSDT CPA Darlington Throwback Week. That's where we're going to be at next week with the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series. Fred the Flagman says you're going to have 3 laps to go. This is not a green-white checkered attempt. But there they go, off like a prom dress. 99, 54, the 88, right there to the inside of the 99, or trying to get his nose down there. There's the 99 and the 54. Who's going to have the better run as they come around turn 2 onto the backstretch?
I'll tell you what, Jorgensen was not trying to play any games. He knew what he wanted, and he tried. He just could not get that inside to work underneath. Let's see if he can keep it coming to get that P3. We're gonna have a yellow come out.
Caution, caution, caution. So we are going to have a green-white checkered after all. Ryan Wilson involved there. Ryan Wilson, the number 20, was 3 wide, came right down into the 97, got spun around, and that is what causes that, and just trying to get it straight on the high banks of Dover. Man, it is getting down. It is a nail biter. First attempt at a green-white checkered coming up right here. Green-white checkers and your lucky dogs. Brought to you by 6 Rings Racing. Go check them out on Facebook and, of course, on Instagram. 6 Rings Racing. They have a racing team on iRacing. And they do a lot of things to help support Signature Esports, so we appreciate them as well. Signature eNASCAR Cup Series couldn't be without the drama. Another go at it. There is the 99, there is the 54, and there is the 80. Jack Webb in the mix. The 33 of Jesse Priest is your lucky dog.
I was surprised at how well Jorgensen held on. He's got some fresher tires, but at the same time, he threw it down so low. I thought he might not be able to catch back up to the pack and slow down that inside lane. Pardon me, but no, he kept up, and if he can keep that up and he can get to the inside of Mario, well, this might be a battle for a 3 wide position here.
3 wide on the front stretch. Daryl Paget getting some more shout outs out there. Currently in 25th position, Terrell by Kim, Toyota Camry, the number 69. He is there. He is car 69. He started in 30th and is up 5 spots from where he started at the beginning of the race. So I'm glad to see him out there still continuing to run. I don't care if you've got a trash car. I'd be doing the same thing. This is all about points. It's all about the end result. Who can make it into the top 16 of the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series Championship race. Playoffs begin in about 3 weeks. Last race of the regular season for the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series is going to be at Talladega here in 3 Thursdays from today. And remember, Talladega, if you liked Daytona, you're going to love Talladega. Joseph Miranda says, Mom Miranda on oxygen and wine. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'd be nerve-wracked as well. A lot at stake right here. You see all of these guys ready to go. The front drivers are like, hey, we've got to go. Aiden Hill up in the top 5. Jack Webb there. Matt Roberts still hanging around the number 11 in P6. There's Jake Elrod, Wayne Lowe, Dylan Hastings back in the top 10. Josh Klinger up in the top 10 as well.
This is going to be a shootout. I honestly wouldn't say don't count anyone out here. If they can get a good run, there's 3 laps, and they're going to be very interesting. And so far tonight, the Monster Mile has not been very forgiving to hard racing. So Let's hope for the best.
The clean racing has been the best racing, but the wrecks have been big and they have been plentiful. As you see what is left of the drivers in the standings, we still have roughly about 24, 25 drivers in the field. Cliff Aiken, Daryl was in 60. Yep. Joanne, thank you for explaining stuff out there. You're amazing. NASCAR Nathan, number 25. Good luck, Mario. Get it done. I'm Gilly out there saying Lawson Peel is the best driver in the league. Lawson Peel is a great driver, and I have no disagreements that he is a great driver. When I say one of the best, I mean that there are a lot of great drivers in here, but with skill comes patience. Lawson Peel has been patient in the right places and has 2 wins to show for it. Also, somebody who has been very patient and learning where to go is Matt Jorgensen. Blinks just a little bit. The pace car is off. Green, white, checkered right here. Dover. Fred the Flagman is up one more time. He's been busy tonight. 13 cautions. And now we're going to have a finish. 99-54, neck and neck coming down. Fred the Flagman says green as now the 54 takes that highline run. He is going to try to get to the 99. Great restart right there. Matt Jorgensen to the inside of the 54. They're coming around. All they want to see is the white flag as they come around with 2 to go. Mario Miranda heads the front stretch. All he has to do is look back and say, white flag's going to wave. Next flag ends the race. There he goes on to turn 2. Jorgensen trying to take it to the inside of the 54. There is Mario Miranda. Oh, there he goes up the race. It is going to be Mario Miranda. No caution. No caution. There it is, Mario Miranda. iRacing says no caution on the last after the white flag waves. That is where it was. And what a finish.
What an absolutely fantastic race for Mario. He played his cards perfect, played his pit stops perfect. Pit strategy was so prevalent tonight and absolutely just capitalized on everything. Let's watch him burn it down here.
Two teammates, nose together. Mario's still got enough in the tank to push a Ford. There they are celebrating together, the 99 and the 82. Brian Wirtz coming home in a P4 position after leading a great deal of the race. And we're going to take a moment and we're going to bring him in. Where is the man? Let's go find him real quick before we let him jump out. Mr. Wonderful himself, tearing it down, the 99 of Mario Miranda. Buddy, tell us how your race went.
A lot better than it just went perfectly for me. Cautious came out when I didn't want him to. Cautious came out when I wanted them to. It was just a really lucky race for me. I'm just stoked I got an oval win. I can't be called the road course ringer anymore.
Well, I tell you what, man, you did a fantastic job. Things were getting, I wouldn't say sketchy in the end, but I would say that you gave your restarts were almost flawless, and you did a great job when it came to getting yourself into position. You and Brian worked very well together in the very beginning, and then when you guys got separated, you worked your way from the back to the front of the field. It's just absolutely wonderful. Tell us about the inspiration on your car too. I know that you and Brian were talking about that.
Yeah, Brian has a brother called Matthew Wirtz, and 6 years ago on a RO league race, they ran these paint schemes and they finished 1-2. So Brian wanted me to do a little tribute to his brother, knowing that me and him would be the quick ones. So I wish we could have finished 1-2, but hey, one of us got the win, and I just want to shout out to his brother Matthew.
Absolute fantastic race. Mason, anything for the 99?
I was going to say, you really just crafted your pit stops perfectly. Was there anything that you thought you did that really excelled you to this lead and really ultimately resulted in your win tonight?
The first pit stop that sent me to the very back to 29th, I really thought this is going to be a long race. But as we got and the cautions came out, and at one point the leaders had one set of tires and I had two. So I was just saving behind them, just chilling in 5th place, letting them use their tires, hoping they would have to pit on the green, and which they did. And when they did pit, that caution came out and I became the leader. And thank God for that caution, because I probably would have ran out of fuel a lap early, even with the clutch in all the turns.
Well, congratulations on the win, Mario. You did fantastic tonight. You timed everything perfectly. Good job, man.
You guys.
All righty, buddy. Thank you very much. Congratulations to Mario Mirinda, pulling home his win right here at Dover. It's a win and you're in, and the man himself is ready to go. Mario, I moved you over to general. I'll let you jump wherever you need to go. I don't know where you need to go. So let's take a look at your standings right here, the race results. Mario Mirinda comes home with a race win. Matt Jorgensen in second. Jack Webb, Brian Wirtz, and Matt Roberts is your top 5. Aiden Hill comes home in 6th place. Wayne Lowe in the 34. Top 10 for him today. Josh Klinger as well. Ken MacArthur and Dan Fowley. That's going to be your top 10 going forward. Dylan Hastings had a strong night, finishing in 12th. Sean Conklin back to 14th. Shane Wyatt comes home in a P17 position. Brandon Banks there in P18. As we move the next page forward, Brandon Banks, of course, 18th, and we're going to go all the way down. Joe Sanchez comes home 19th. There's Michael Newbrow, Drake and Bros Racing, comes home in P21. Daryl Paget, my man, started 30th, waited and got all of that fixed and came home 25th. Eddie Hawks, Zach Rinker, and Eric Schaefer, all right there as well. And last but not least, all the way down to Brian Warner Jr. comes home last place. Grant Williams, Keith Todd was there as well. Michael Woolley in a P31. Douglas Carlson in 30th. My man, it was a great race. Tell me what your thoughts are.
I thought it was a great race. I think that this really shows that you can't count anyone out until the end. There was some serious points moves tonight. Several top 5, top 10 finishers that really profited off of this race. Like Jack Webb, for example, came into this race sitting 16th and finished in your top 5 and just absolutely capitalized on the opportunities that were given to them tonight.
Well, an absolute beast of a race, and the Monster Mile did exactly just that. It made everybody a beast. And a big special thank you to everybody out there for continuing to support Signature Esports. Make sure you give us a like, a share, and a follow on all of our platforms, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And, of course, if you feel like you want to donate to the cause, you can donate by going to our website. There is a little bitty donate button right there on the front page. I think it's a PayPal link or something like that. We put it up there for you, and we would appreciate if all of your support, because without you, this is what we wouldn't be able to improve what we're doing and making the investments in what is going on. SETV Dover 200 is in the wraps. Mario Mirinda is your winner, and I believe that just boosted him into first place in points as well in the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series. Mason, I wish you the best and great job tonight. I appreciate you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for letting me coming on the series tonight.
Absolutely. What a great race and a great spectacle, of course, as we get ready for the KSDT CPA race at Darlington next week, 200 laps, another short track race. Join us tomorrow night for the Signature eNASCAR Modified Series brought to you by Burnt Rubber Podcast. It's going to start around 7 Eastern. That's whenever I'm going to try to go live right about 7:20 Eastern. So check that out. And then a Signature Esports Road Series is going to be live tomorrow evening. After that, we've got a doubleheader tomorrow. So we're going to have the Road Series after that. That's going to be roughly about 10 p.m. Eastern as well. Saturday, we're back again with the signature eNASCAR Truck Series. That's going to be back in action. And then my favorite night of broadcasting, of course, other than every night, Sunday night is going to be the Real Racing Online Dirt Street Stock Series. We are back once again over there. So make sure you join us tomorrow. We do have Watkins Glen first, and then we're going to be at the Daytona Road Course with the Road Series. Thank you to all of our sponsors out there, Drinking Bros Racing, 46branding.com, and then, of course, all of you out there, and SETV, or Signature Esports TV on Roku, and all of the race fans out there having a great time. So I do appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great night, and we will see you again tomorrow. Going to have a lot of fun. Appreciate you.